Now I'm very excited about this.
Dude.
Well, guesses needs to come in very quickly because we will soon know what's in the chest.
I'm calling validation arrow.
I'm calling 3 bombs. Well, that's an interesting item to find there.
Well, we got Robin Hood mode already. If you said Bo, you have won absolutely nothing. Congratulations.
Oh man, I wish I won that.
Nothing is something, or is something nothing.
Is that also something you you get taught at the Randomizer 101?
Yeah. Good lord, what are these starting weapons here? Bow and hammer right off the bat.
They will need to find some arrows to actually use that bow. So right now it's just hammer.
What's really going on here? And is this the beginning of a somewhat fast seed here? I don't know what's going on.
That's just the seed trying to fool you, man.
Yeah.
Never trust the seed. Never, ever trust the seed.
Yeah, last race I commentated last night started out similarly the same way until our troll item happened to be the flute. Couldn't find that to save our lives and got a lot of good stuff really early in the first couple of minutes. So we're going to see what happens here.
Well, the hammer's a pretty safe weapon to try and farm some bombs. We see Buzz here. He's already killed 3 guards. No luck thus far.
Yeah, no drops as of yet. Yeah, so of course our typical route, going through escape, we know how it works, and of course there's the moon pearl as well, just adding into it. I mean, what's funny is we're just 1 globe away from dark roll access already.
This could be one of those seeds that is very difficult to route if they find that glove here in Escape for Kakariko.
Oh my god, could you imagine?
Good lord. There's so many different ways to go about when you have dark roll access that early. I don't know which one is the fastest.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't go to dark world yet. I mean, I don't have a mirror yet, so I have to work to get back into light world anyway. Of course, right now they're trying to find some bombs here. As we make our way to the village a little bit later. And, no arrows, no bombs.
Yeah, but with the way that this is lining up, I think they're gonna find the boots instead of the bombs to check the back of Escape.
Hey, that'd be nice.
Yeah, it would.
All right. So the category is things in Zelda's chest. What do you say? What we got this time?
The map.
The map of harmonious mapitude. Let's find out. Sure, we got that hammer so we can body this guy really quickly.
Is the pot and a hammer for a sword? What?
Dude, she could have just taken that sword and cut her way out of there, man. Lazy.
Well, we found 3 of the 7 Uncle starting weapons already.
Yeah, we are really weapon heavy right now, interesting enough. So, just wow.
Sword, hammer, bow. All of these items are very interesting, but there is no actual item location that is unlocked with these items.
Yeah, I'll get a little concerned finding a sword quite this early because I'm thinking, early sword. Are we going to have that Aga? I don't know. Find cape. And then it scares me really.
First gloves on the pyramid.
Oh yeah, sub 30 seed. That'll be the day.
Or even better, they have the hammer, so they could put the first gloves at like the digging game or something.
Yeah. BuzzThunder went down and killed one of the guards here and has got a bomb so he can take care of the escape.
That's fantastic. Finalflame yet to find one for himself.
No boom power.
We'll need 1 bomb for that and a couple for Kakariko. You can, of course, buy bombs in Kakariko for 50 rupees, but they haven't found any rupees, really.
Yeah, they are not too well off in the financial department yet.
And the bombs are a very important ingredient of that Hyrulean economy. Or is it Hylian economy? I don't know.
Yeah. Because we got a few chances here. We got a few remaining chests here in Escape. So you head down in there. 4 more chests to run through.
Like they're gonna be killing some snakes here.
Yeah, getting money at so far. And
no explosive. Oh, there's the explosive.
The final snake.
So I'm gonna say there is nothing there, and then there is one.
Yeah, but all we need is one, and hopefully not bad aim. And there's wow, didn't even matter.
Mind. Yeah, never mind. There's the bombs.
Yeah, 3 bombs to add to their supply. So no issues here.
I'm just gonna have to find enough rupees for the bottle merchant. That shouldn't be any difficulties.
Yeah, pretty nice to have that 3 bombs so we can go ahead and take care of our 2 items over there in the well and Thieves' Hut as well. So
yeah, and then it allows them to perfectly route down to the shop to buy the bombs there.
Yeah. And even if they're short money, they still got that 1 extra one to take care of Mini Moldarm too.
Yeah, and of course you do need, well, there's an 8 bomb drop for Buzz, but you do also need for like Ice Sword Cave, Aegina's Caves, the Hustler Line, stuff like that. But I think we're pretty set here with that 300 rupee pickup.
Yeah, 300 rupees. Bomb purchases no problem, and picking up bombos as well.
Another bomb there for Finalflame. Did not get an 8 bomb drop here, which Buzz did, but it's fine.
Yeah. 8 bomb drops, so unique to see. I just don't see them too often.
Oh man, I had a race I commentated the other day. Every single enemy dropped 8 bombs. I am not kidding.
Wow, really? I wonder if that was like the stun prize. Can I even beat the stun prize? I wonder for
I don't know, but I don't remember what stun price was, but they were sitting at like 35 bombs the entire run.
That's crazy. Well, I'll tell you what, getting through escape here, these guys are already loaded with 3 weapons and Moon Pearl and bombos. I mean, we got quite a plethora of goodness here.
I also got 3 crystals here in the light world.
That's always a nice thing to see, in my opinion.
I'm gonna have to find out where those pendants are later on.
Don't worry, wherever the progression items are, that's where the pendants are.
I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad idea.
That's just the randomizer's idea. Thanks, version 29 Logic.
Thank you very much for being there for us and seeing the other Kane on Lumberjack.
Yeah, so again, not required, but that is one of those nice invincibility items I have from time to time. I'm sure no one's going to go try to get that.
Yeah, that's not a worthwhile investment, I would say.
Yeah.
Now time for a trip through the forest.
Mm-hmm.
There's some bombs laying around in the forest. Their natural habitat.
Yeah, definitely pick those up. Saving the need to purchase.
Buzz, I don't think has found a bomb capacity upgrade, so he can't even pick those up. Oh, look, more bombs.
Yeah, capped out at 10 there.
Yeah, like I said, natural habitat, bombs in the forest.
Bombs in the forest.
And they have the same rupees and the same bombs going into Kakariko.
There's bombs on trees. Could you imagine if one just fell off the tree, just like blow up and just body somebody walking by it? Can't have that.
You know, that sounds like a forest I would not want to live nearby.
That ain't right, tell you. So here we go, a typical route through Kakariko Village here. And of course we can take care of everything. Just need to find a bottle so we can wrap up Sick Kid as well. Typical things you always see.
I mean, okay, Hookshot's pretty nice, but of course the powder also lets you check the Batcave right now.
Wow, man, this is a very nice starting seed so far.
Hey, Hookshot half magic is finding all of these goodies here.
Yeah, man.
This also means that if they have to do Aga 1 to get Dark Hole access, they can get over to the west side thanks to the hammer and hookshot combination.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Of course, they would prefer to find a pair of gloves before heading into the Dark World by Aga.
No, we'll totally find one in here. Watch. It's going to be right in here in the well. I bet you 1 cent.
That's a pretty daring gamble, I'd say.
Yeah, I don't want to be too aggressive here.
Okay. Well, it's the sword for Aga 1.
Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to go that route if we find a lamp. Oh boy.
It's happening. Oh, there's a boomerang.
Uh-oh.
I mean, we can check the stun price now. We could do that with the hookshot as well, but the boomerang can stun Gibdos in Skull Woods, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. Boy, Master Sword early.
All this Sora money, though.
Yep, so Zora not gonna be an issue when we have a chance to go there, in case we need to go there.
Right now it's out of logic. You do need gloves or flippers for that.
Yep. Everybody wants that Aga 1 dream here. I know we want it.
The runners most certainly don't.
But if we get it, hey, there's more randomizer race time that we can enjoy them all for.
Yeah, the races are longer, and we have to wait and see how many blue balls Aga 1 is going to give us. That's so much fun, like that bomb capacity upgrade in the library.
Yeah, so I'm not going to stress that one. I'm going to take a little peek here. See what we got here, and there's just... Uh-oh! Nope. You know, when you see, like, 2 swords and the cape, it's like, two ways to take care of Aga.
Dear, it's happening, isn't it?
And Finalflame and Buzz already going in there, so
I mean, they do know that the other invincibility item is on Lumberjack, so this is likely the only one they will pick up.
Yeah. By the way, come Tiptio, so what you're watching right now is actually a randomizer race. So it's not necessarily glitchless, nor is it no major glitches. The goal of the game is to beat Ganon by finding all 7 crystals. And of course, if you're new to Randomizer, the 216 locations that items can be found are all shuffled as to where they are. So we don't know where we're going to find things. And but the goal is still to beat the game. So you may see a glitch or two, you know, from some of our players. Things they shouldn't be doing, cheating.
Finalflame just checked the stun price there with the hookshot and found 4 bombs.
Yeah, so I guess it kind of bases off no major glitches, but, you know, I mean, everything is something technically, right? Technically, it's just Zelda, technically, but,
Technically.
Technically and technically, but technically, it is technically.
Logically.
Because you'll see them do things that probably, you know, I don't know. We don't want to confuse it with the no major glitches tournament. It's like, well, they're the same thing, aren't they? No, technically they are. What? Yeah, you see what I'm saying? I'm confused already.
Technically, they're the same game, but logically, they are different.
What does that even mean? My head hurts.
Precisely. I guess we have to ask Moldorm to figure that one out.
Oh my goodness.
Moldorm, as the master of random movement, clearly understands what no one understands.
Yes. So, of course, 7 quitting is not allowed no major glitches, so they can't do that.
Sword spins are pretty nice to have against the Moldorms, but Buzz has taken damage, so he's just gonna burn them all.
Yeah, using that bomb we found early. Babby's first shield.
And the main cane where we actually care about.
Mm-hmm. So, there we go. In case the guy worried about Turtle Rock or maybe worried about Meyer. Got a little red Kanye action.
Yes, the cane doesn't do anything either at this point. It's just getting all these items that don't really help them except saying, hey, you have to go do Aga 1, but we still need to find that lamp for that.
Yep, no lamp. And Finalflame is going to fake Flipper here.
It's interesting, he's going to skip out on Ice Rod Cave.
Nobody got time, right? So let's see if it's worth the effort. BuzzThunder's head over there. He's got tons of money.
Oh, if there is something worthwhile in Ice Rod Cave, we'll give Buzz a bit of an edge here in the early game.
Yeah. So, of course, with him breaking logic, this is not in logic, obviously, right now. So, in case he finds something, he needs to keep a track of what he can and cannot do because of logic being broken. And let's see what happens. Cheater! No.
Well, the Moon Pearl does allow him to also do this weird kind of walk on water glitch here.
Yeah, literally he's Jesus right here. BuzzThunder, of course, getting a full heart container there, so +1 health.
That was nothing in the Waterfall of Wishing. Buzz, I don't think that death was intentional.
Yeah. Well, he probably going to damage because just a long walk back and a little bit closer to being in his house, probably. I think he's not going to fake Flipper, so it might be making his way to Eastern and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, if he wanted to fake Flipper, he would have walked back, but now that you're dead, you just as well go back and do Eastern.
Yeah. So let's see if he's going to have a life lesson here. Wow. Literally paid 100 per 1 bomb of upgrade capacity.
Yeah, about this Rupian bomb economy here.
Man. Just throwing away money. So here we go. Sasha Rahashala's hut.
Sahasrara.
Hey, Sasha Rahashalahala.
Show some respect to your elders. They have fire rods in the back.
Dude, man, all that red stuff.
All the red except for that lamp.
Yeah, so so technically, if we do a dark room, we can go ahead and take care of Eastern, actually.
Well, they're confident enough. Of course, it is one of the 5-6 crystals.
Yeah, got that down. Be 1 crystal up, and of course, got that bow, so we can totally take care of it.
I mean, at this point, it's either Eastern or Aegena's Cave. That's the only locations they have left to check.
Yeah, no one wants to go way over there anyway, so...
I mean, Finalflame already decided that, hey, I'm not gonna do Ice Rod Cave, so he's likely not gonna do that cave either.
Of course, it's always at those, you know, it's so typical in Randomizer that those out-of-the-way locations, but especially with a minimal number of items, just having something you need is just, when do I take the time to go over there and get it? Do I feel like getting it? Do I want to get something else so I can do multiple checks at the same time? You know.
Yeah, I mean, Ice Rod Cave is not really a location you can do with anything else. You basically have to wait until you get Flute and then you walk up there.
Yeah, that's true. So both of our players heading through Eastern here, trying to see what we can get in here. Pretty sure they're going to both do rooms in the dark because these are highly trained professionals here. You should not try these strats at home unless you have a mentor nearby.
Or you've gone through Randomizer 101 class.
101.
That's important business.
Yep. So of course there are 3 items they can find for those who are new to Randomizer. 3 items in the dungeon, unique items. Items do not include any of the keys, the map, or the compass. So anything else that you find will be one of the items, and this one is 3. There's going to be a test on this, so take notes.
Yeah, it's important to remember all of this for that one grand exam in Randomizer 101.
Oh yeah.
We found 1 item, we found the big key, and we found the map, so we can already check this big chest here.
Yep. Yeah, see, dark room navigation is an advanced course. We have to go through a basic random course before we start doing all that stuff.
Indeed.
But that would be a fantastic final exam if you had to just do all the dark rooms in this game. Oh man.
Do you want to do AGA 1 in the dark?
Hey! That's an advanced class. That's extra credit right there.
It's like a university course, I'd say.
Oh boy.
Postgrad. Buzzir and the Finalflame both going to check the... No, Finalflame is going straight to the boss. And there's a 50% chance of where this item will be.
Yep. Just trying to gamble here. Both of them going to the dark here. So in the dark, there is one of those eye monsters that has the key. You grab that, then head to the upper left.
Wait.
Uh-oh, Finalflame.
Yeah, Finalflame taking an unfortunate death here, but they're doing this without the lamp, and the only other item location that is available is Aegena's Cave. There must be an item in Aegena's Cave.
No. Well, we haven't gone through the. We didn't go through the dark on the right side, actually.
Yeah, but the thing is that the choices at this point was Eastern or Genius Cave. They don't have the lamp, so they've checked all the item locations in Eastern. The only item location left is the Genius.
Yeah, that's
if
definitely
the lamp
it.
is there or not, I mean, it could be lamp, gloves, flippers for like hobo, boots for bunk rocks, flute to get up on Death Mountain. There's a lot of possibilities what could be in a Genius. It could be book to go into deserts.
Yeah, I wonder if they're keeping track of those items because, again, if they're only being one, they're breaking logic to possibly not be rewarded, especially if they get to the boss and it's not even there anyway. So it may just be a sheer coincidence they actually find the progression item just because of, you know, how the randomizer plays the items, and that's all they can hope for right now, honestly.
Yeah, but I mean, if they're still confident enough doing these dark rooms, it is a crystal, and they don't have to come back in here later.
Yeah. And Buzz also perishing here.
It's a difficult room because they don't have any vision to see the Igor when it decides to trigger. They can use the fire rod to light the lamps.
Yeah, so one thing I think I would do is, you know, you got Bombo, so I guess the first thing you do is take out those little whatever those things, what are those things called? I just call them the little slugs. Get rid of all of those out.
I have no idea what they're called.
Someone in the chat knows. I know you all are brilliant people who can Google very quickly. Take care of those and then stab the right Igor. Just be careful not to trigger both of them. That's the worst case.
And remember that Google 101 is required for Randomizer 101.
Yes. So Finalflame is through. Gotta watch that health though. We don't have to go back through that mess again.
Play a bit careful.
Literally the popos. I'm so mad at that.
Popos sound so cute. They don't look very cute.
They're cute when they're not moving.
Sure.
Because there are also torches in the side of that room as well, but... Alright. So Finalflame is going to take care of this. We're going to definitely get one of our first crystals, and it'd be nice if they lucked up and happened to have a progression behind Broken Logic. But we'll see.
Regardless of what, this is an item that will be picked up here. In 1/2 Pyramid Fairy, which could be important later on.
Well, rip the tree fitty count.
Well, time to go over to Agena. And I guess this is a good time for chat to guess which item does Agena have in the seed, because this is a progression item guaranteed.
You know, if the randomizer really likes the chat's request, then the progression item will totally be Lamp, forcing him to Aga 1. No,
it's gonna be something like mushroom into powder into shovel into lamp.
Oh, see, you want those fetch quest people, I'm with you. I
forgot the bottle. I forgot the bottle.
Yeah, we can find bottle and then be forced to go back to Sick Kid.
Oh dear.
Joy.
I'm so happy if that's the case. So happy.
Dude. No, let's make it more interesting and just have the bottle, and Sick Kid gives us the lamp just to prolong that little sequence a little bit more.
It just takes a bunch of time and you don't get anything from it. You know you're gonna get something in the end regardless.
Or maybe bottle to mushroom to shovel to lamp.
Well, I mean, that also works.
We can increase it a little bit. Ah, boy.
Well, we did see a big heart on the desert ledge.
Yeah. So no stress about that one. Here we go. The moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. What do we got?
I think it's
I'm calling flippers. I think it's flippers.
Oh no, it's the gloves. And chat is so sad right now.
Well, unfortunately, that gives us Dark Roll access. Unfortunately for us, happy for them.
Straight into the hype cave here for Finalflame.
Yeah, wasting no time here. So, of course, right now, based on the current state, us having Fire Rod, we can already take care of Skull Woods. Totally clearable. Hammer, full clear Thieves Town as well. Let's see what the crystals fall, though.
I like gonna do an early map check here and see Turtle Rock, Skullwoods, and Mr. Mire. Wow, those pennant locations.
Yeah, that's quite generous here. If there's nothing locked behind them for sure.
But they already have Kane. And Kane is not required.
Yeah. So it's just a... I mean, they'll probably, obviously, have it for convenience in Ganon's Tower whenever we get there, right side stuff. That's about it.
I guess it's a hype cave today with that book.
Yep.
And a lot of money and silver arrows and the shovel. That's a very convenient shovel to have that Finalflame is not going to conveniently check. Yeah. Actually, he doesn't have mirror. He doesn't have mirror. My bad.
Yep. So, depending on whether or not we have boots locked key and desert, we could take care of that as well. Interesting.
There's a lot of possible locations to check right now. Finalflame likely gonna be making this trip here into Village of Outcasts and Skullwoods area.
Can I sit here and take the average of the chat's rating?
How about the sequence break up Death Mountain?
Wasting no time here. We have that hook shot, so we can definitely take care of at least the dark world, the light world side of it.
And the hammer gives access to Tower of Hera as well.
It sure does. So.
And Ether Tablet with the book.
Finalflame over here using these unheard of strats here.
I've seen some players decide to do this after they get Dark World access just to make this sequence break up to Death Mountain. There's a lot of items up there and you don't have to go into a dungeon.
Definitely too. And of course, meanwhile, BuzzThunder is going to stay in Logic right now and actually go and see if we can dig up something good.
Digging up those goods while I think we found like 4 300 rupees already.
Yeah, we definitely are getting them all taken care of very early.
No money problems in this seed, despite Sora being Sora.
Yep. So the shovel going to pay off with just 1 penny. That's Finalflame is up 300. Joy.
I guess someone accidentally dropped that in the forest, and then the grass just grew over it.
Yep. Spare change, not really desired right now. Buzz is going to make his way, it looks like he's going to go back up.
Into the Dark World.
Yeah, Finalflame, of course, he's in logic breaking situation right now, so of course, but he could still find something that he needs, and with there being so many items in these caves, 9 items in this check alone here.
Yeah, I mean, if he finds the lamp or the flute here, then he knows that the other item is required to get up here.
Yeah. 8, should I say. And here we go. First cave not really paying off here. Moldarms, get these little guys out of the way.
Rest in peace. Or maybe not. They are very persistent today.
Hey, there's that 8 bomb drop we all love.
Lo and behold, 8 bombs and red stuff.
And let's say so far, well, we brought Sick Kid into play now, and wow, Sonic turns blue. There's a shock.
You can.
He's a more richer blue now.
Finalflame can sequence break Sick Kid.
What's really going on?
That's the second time I'm seeing this.
I tell you. So, I mean, hey, he got his defense up. That's not too shabby. And if Sick Kid drops something nice, might be worth it.
Yeah, indeed. And also the other 5/6 crystal here being swamped.
Mm-hmm. Not going to deal with Spiral Cave here. Not trying to go slow. Just a shield on Floating Island.
And Finalflame over to Tower of Hera. He didn't actually check Spectacle Rock when he entered here the first time, so he's likely going to do that after. As you can see, he's checking the top there and seeing a piece of heart.
Mm-hmm. So see how players diverging in route now. See, already being able to fully clear Skull Woods. You see Buzz over there. Coming from the sky is some powder.
Okay, sure.
So, I mean, nice to have for later, in case we gotta find some anti-fairies. Of course, you saw one fetch quest not paying off with the shovel. Maybe the magic powder will.
And now Finalflame can sequence break both Sick Kid and the Batcave.
Yeah. So technically, so far, we got Finalflame's first 2 crystals going to be sequence breaks.
Yeah, that is true. It's not something you see every day.
What a sequence breaks the whole game.
Another bottle!
Another bottle there. Well.
He's gonna take a death warp back. That's why he let go of the ferry, since the big key is in the basement.
No animal captivity here.
I do remember a past tournament this seed where BuzzThunder, I think, is taking a death warp here, where the players sequence broke Death Mountain an hour in, and they found all 4 bottles up on Death Mountain.
Wow.
And they got a piece of heart from it.
Oh, lovely, man.
Definitely worth it.
Best sequence break ever. So Buzz finding that big key is going to back it up to the prior area to go see what's in here.
Okay, you got the big key.
Yeah. Kind of forget about this route to the room. You see a lot of people doing bomb jumps, but kind of forget about that path. The intended path.
Yeah, the intended. It is important to remember.
Yeah.
Just the death warp here from Finalflame back to the entrance.
Yep. Needs that big key.
And Buzz is not gonna take the deeper check here in Skull Woods.
Yeah, that's interesting.
We may come back for that later, at least. He checked the first few item locations, which is pretty standard to do.
Yeah, not being a crystal, not the end of the world for sure.
I didn't count the number of items he found, but there's 1 or 2 items in the back. I think if both were there, he would go check that.
Yeah. So for those who just joined the stream and whatnot may have missed it, so far all of our pendant dungeons are in Dark World. We have Skullwoods and Turtle Rock, and we have the green sitting on Mire.
Indeed, and Finalflame here doing this massive sequence break up Death Mountain without lamp or flute. And so far, what he's found are 2 bottles and the powder.
Yep. And of course, a nice generous side effect getting 2 crystals out of it, of course.
Yeah, the Eastern Crystal for both players is a sequence break because of the Dark Rooms. Buzz now making this trip into Thieves Town.
Yep, and Buzz is going to go ahead and start working on Thieves Town. 4 items to find in here. Again, fully clearable, having that hammer already.
Yeah, I mean, even if Thieves Town is a pendant, still see a lot of players just full clear this dungeon anyway.
Yeah.
So close and nearby, and Finalflame gonna be fighting against our Lord and Protector, the Master of Wisdom, Moldorm.
Ah, boy, this guy. Going with those hammer strats here. Just waiting for the RNG to bring him back over anytime. Oh,
yeah, Moldorm just wants to live in peace today.
People just not bold to go on that left side of that hole there. Just don't want to deal with the mess.
Yeah, you never want to go over to that left side at all. Oh, look, both players found maps.
Joyous. So, Finalflame is going to take a slight little crystal advantage here. 2-1.
Following this, checking the inside of Spectacle Rock. And if he wants to, he can check Spy Cave.
Yep, nice and slow. He did skip there earlier, probably to avoid having to backtrack up the right side. So I gotta go slow.
Really slow in the really slow cave.
God, it's so ironic to have Sonic going slow, but there we go.
I mean, even the fastest are slow in comparison to the fast.
That is so deep.
I have no idea what that meant.
I'm blown right there, man. Go put that on a t-shirt. Even the fastest of the slow are the slowest of the fast.
I'll sell that for 1 cent each.
Dude, it's literally Sonic Labyrinth. Well, +1 heart. It's okay. No.
It's better than a bomb capacity upgrade. And he didn't check inside of Spectacle Rock, and he didn't check Spy Cave here.
Buzz gotta be careful. He's down to a half heart here. Not having that blue mail that Finalflame already has and getting bited by those green demonic creatures. Not comfortable.
Yeah, those thingies are things.
Yeah. So Finalflame, unfortunately, even though he did skip logic, not much to show for besides, a mail and a crystal. Oh no, a crystal, right?
It looked like he wanted to go into desert, but hesitated, and he's gonna check the shovel location first.
Yep, and enjoy his 1 penny reward here.
He's not happy with that.
Not even gonna pick it up, just gonna let it settle back into the ground again.
Well, maybe someone else will have some need for that 1 rupee.
Oh boy.
BuzzThunder here, he just can't get through here. This is a nightmare. Finally gets through.
Yeah, man. Boy, rocking that half heart.
I'm gonna see this desert play here from Finalflame.
Yep. So we're gonna see if we can take care of this. Depending whether or not we have that item being boots locked, we can pick up our 3rd crystal potentially.
Yeah, got the gloves, got a fire source, so it's all about that boots.
Yeah, we're in there.
Buzz still has to play very careful here, but there's some hearts he can pick up here.
Yep.
He's played this really well at half a heart for this long of a period of time in Thieves Town.
Yeah, being in Dark World with half a heart and no mails, yeah, not fun. Yep, our first glove was sitting in Agnes. That was our progression at him there.
I did not get to see what was in that big chest.
Yeah, dude, it's a mystery to us all here.
We will, I guess, figure it out in due time. And that was the big key in Desert, right?
Yeah, so that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, but maybe there's still something here. Ooh!
Oh, no.
Well,
here's the good thing. Meyer is a pendant, but, that fast travel.
Yeah, but if the lamp is inside of Spectacle Rock, in Spy Cave, east side Dark Death Mountain, or in Turtle Rock, that flute is required by logic.
It sure is, so we might be finding boots relatively soon here, but for the sake of completing the dungeon, this dungeon can be done here.
Yeah, it is a crystal, and Finalflame will have that information should he find the boots later on.
It will, and he probably won't hesitate in getting that either.
Oh, the boots are in Thieves Town!
How ironic is this? Thieves Town panned out, so BuzzThunder will definitely have an advantage as far as movement is concerned, and you pair these last 2 finds together, and we got some stuff here.
Well, there's still a question of how long is Buzz going to take to get into Desert. It's a long trip away.
Yeah, he's still got a lot of checks here. Going to see what he's going to do as far as leaving Thieves Town. He's going to head down south. Maybe he's going to go the route, check out Stumpy and Digging Game and all the regular stuff. So it's a little unfortunate. It's a little unfortunate, man. Finalflame's logic breaking not really paying off with too much progression type stuff besides the crystal. And Buzz staying in logic, getting the boost and the mirror.
Oh dear.
Man, this is the kind of time where sometimes gambles just don't pay off, and Buzz definitely having the edge here.
And this means we are flippers. Flippers is the only item we're looking for here now.
Yeah, this is pretty convenient now because Buzz can, not going to deal with the frog right now. Mirror being very convenient to easily get the blacksmiths out of the way.
Yeah, you can deliver the chest via the Dark World, do Bumble's tablet, and just go straight into Desert after that.
Hammer pegs too, not to mention just clear that whole portion.
Yeah, it's fantastic for Buzz.
Yeah, it's going to take care of this person. Obviously can't take Chester over there in the Digging Game.
Yeah, it's
And,
a bit weird. Like, oh look, another uncle weapon, the 10 bombs.
yeah. So Finalflame is going to think about, man, what can I go to get that doggone flute? It's going to have its third. It's going to have its third crystal here in a moment.
Yeah, I did forget. We do still need the Titan Smiths actually.
Yep, we do.
So we can't actually do the frog and all that stuff yet. There's two items left. But this is still like a pretty solid route here for Buzz if he decides to end this with Bombo's tablet into desert.
Yeah. Finalflame, unfortunately, probably a little disappointed by just finding a big 20 there. But so one of the two items remains Boots Lock, Flute on the Torch in Desert for those who may have missed it.
The boots dropping from blind.
Yeah.
Oh, Finalflame, where are you going now? Are you gonna pick up this big heart here on the ledge?
Hey. Well, he wants that 10 heart strat.
And where are you going now?
Well, looks like he's gonna go up to looks like Sanctuary.
Sanctuary to me is just tell that it's gonna be Dark World.
Yeah. Yeah, so here we go, making that left path over there. Buzz gonna check out the tablet.
Indeed, he is. And well, Finalflame is gonna start off here with his sequence break, starting here with the bottle. 10 arrows on Bombo's tablet. Oh no, there's a mail upgrade from Stick Kid.
Well, he is on supersonic strats here.
You gotta sequence break that mail upgrade. It's significantly more durable than Bust right now, having red mail instead of green.
Yeah, that's for sure.
He did not head over to Bat Cave.
And looks like he wants to prioritize Dark World first.
I mean, there are more items, but I mean, he's gonna find the mirror, so this is still fine, but he doesn't know that the mirror is here.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna check the pedestal first, or... Yeah, he's gonna check the pedestal first.
What is this? A pedestal check? What is this madness?
It can only be flippers if this is pedestal required. Or like mushroom into flippers, I guess. If you want to be that mean. Nope.
Well, dreams ruin you all. Pet is dead.
That was highly unlikely in the first place.
Yeah. I'm just not seeing a lot of pedestal seeds lately, man. Just we've been watching a lot of races. Just don't see a lot of them anymore.
I've got to commentate my pedestal seed, so I'm happy with that.
I mean, my very first commentary, pen was required and boots were on it. So it was that was the first time I ever commentated any of these races.
Oh dear. I got to see a blindfold fire rod.
Oh wow.
Of course, it doesn't beat that blindfold boomerang I got to see in my first race.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Skullwoods for Finalflame here, and Buzz is walking, running somewhat in desert.
Yeah, he was gonna get that flute for sure.
Yeah, he has the flute. He's already over here on the east side. He's gonna be able to finish this off with the crystal.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how deep Finalflame is going to go here. Check the back chest at Mofula. Since Buzz decided to skip out on that. Of course, the big key being in the middle chest and didn't give anything.
Yeah, it's not too good. Man, where are these flippers gonna lie at? Wonder here.
Well, will they find the flippers or will they find the mitts first?
I don't know, man. I mean, shoot, we still haven't found a lamp, man. So I mean, Death Mountain is still out of logic anyway.
Death Mountain is in logic now that got the flute.
Oh, that is definitely true for Buzz. Yeah, Finalflame still.
I mean,
it's so interesting that he's found both males out of logic. That's so interesting to me.
Yeah, he's gonna go into Thieves Town after the Skull Woods play. He's gonna get his boost there. Head back over to Desert and pick up the flute.
Yeah, so he's gonna go ahead now and see what we got down here. So much for death warping. He's got all this full power and red mail, so.
Yeah, it's a pretty long trip to take back here.
Using those speed strats off the bumper.
Well, Mafia has an item.
Indeed. So Buzz Detour didn't want to go there. So let's see if Finalflame, hey, maybe we can find those flippers. That would be quite a value right now, opening up Swamp and Ice.
Ice do need mitts.
Well, the potential there, that's for sure. Swamp having all that stuff.
The interesting thing is that with this setup, Ice is guaranteed to be go moded.
Yeah, that's the only thing kind of holding up. We got to find those Titans before there, so that's always fun. No one wants to deal with that dungeon anyway.
Yeah, and if Flippers is the go mode item, it also means that Swamp is going to be go moded.
Yeah, so Finalflame would be really nice to find. If we can get Titans here, it'd be fantastic.
Yeah, that put them on a big edge here. Big advantage.
Yeah. So Buzz is going to get his third crystal right now, as Finalflame is about to get his first pendant, but an item, more importantly.
Definitely could be a very important one, taking a lot of damage. Mafia not being very nice with the movement.
Even with red mail here, getting a little bodied here.
He does have the red potion.
Oh boy, pushing the pixels here. And the frames.
Buzz is back to Sanctuary.
And opted not to exhaust that long-range fire rod here. Going hammer strats here.
Yeah, Mafia is just not being nice here. Buzz gonna check these bonk locations.
Oh, finally. Getting that nuisance down. And,
yeah, not worth.
Yeah, that's all I can say on that one. Well, not going to be the best time. So basically a little time lost there. Nothing of desire, so he'll have to figure out where his next step is going to be. Buzz is going to check the bonk rock to the left of Sanctuary and be awarded with...
He checked King's Tome, but didn't get to see that. And I presume the same here as well.
Man, he opened the chest and it just went completely dark. It literally opened up a wormhole.
It's the revenge of the purple chest sprite here.
Oh, man.
It's what happens sometimes when you don't pick that sprite. This is a joke, don't take it seriously.
Oh, my goodness. So Finalflame walking back down to the Village of Outcasts here. Going to probably go ahead and work on Blind here next.
Yeah, Finalflame likely to be checking the item locations in Village of Outcasts and then heading into Thieves Town, or the other way around. Buzz activates the flute.
Yeah, fast travel, always nice here. And of course, he also has that mirror. So that's one of the things that's pretty nice. I mean, he might want to go check out the shed.
Chad's pointing out that Buzz got a sword upgrade.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch the swings in case he got it because I didn't see the item there. Looking for a Cheeto.
Yep, apparently he does have a sword upgrade. So no worries about having to do Master Sword Ganon here.
Ah, the fun stuff.
Yay, very fun, yay.
I can see you were so ecstatic about that one.
Oh yeah, very. Oh wow, unbelievable. Yes, please.
Oh boy. So
Oh, there's the
Finalflame
mirror.
gonna get that. Of course, he'll be able to combine that nice item with the boots once he gets tear blind here. But here we go.
I think Buzz is going up Death Mountain. I think he's going through the dark room to the old man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it looks like he has a sword out. Oh, Finalflame's gonna get his boots here at the end of the dungeon. It's gonna be good for him.
Yep, that is true. The Buzz gonna do his normal checks as well.
And with the exception of the inside of Spectacle Rock and the Spy Cave, these are all item locations that Finalflame has checked.
Yep, so.
And of course we found 2 bottles and powder. Still don't know what this powder is gonna give.
Yep, so he'll tie with crystals in a little bit here. Well, actually, no, he'll also have 4.
And soon Sonic's gonna be able to go as fast as he can in this game. It's gonna be much safer if he's done visit here for Finalflame with all these hearts and red mail.
I tell you.
I did
Logic
not...
breakers.
Yeah, logic breakers, but I did not get to see what was inside of Spectacle Rock.
Yeah, I missed it as well.
It looks like he's skipping it, so it wasn't important.
Yeah. Yeah, well, technically for go mode would basically mean you have all required items needed to clear the game. So if you have dungeons that are dependent, say, on one final item, once you get all those items that can clear the crystal dungeons, then we put you in go mode.
Yeah, absolutely, and right now that is the Titansmiths and the Flippers that are missing.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the lamp, technically, for Palace of Darkness for the Dark Rooms.
Yes.
Wherever that lamp may be.
Where is that lamp?
It could be anywhere. I mean, they got Darkwell or Death Mountain access from the flute, so it could be anywhere.
Yeah, so right now, these guys is kind of doing what the other person's already done. So they're really waiting to see what's going to happen beyond these 2 dungeons.
Finalflame's gonna do the frog into chest after this. Those are some item locations that Buzz did not check. I will have to say, that was a really fast tile room from Buzz.
Yeah, it was. Like this guy has done this before or something.
Yeah, man. Oh, he's got the hook shot here to get across to the big chest and moving up to Moldorm. Hi Moldor, how are you doing today?
Let's see here.
Finalflame now going into blind. Has everything he needs to take down this boss, and will get his boots from this as Buzz takes down Moldorm and get the crystal.
Alrighty. Finalflame gonna show off this bobbing and weaving skill here. Yeah, 9 hits regardless of what sword. Always gonna be that 9 hit. And, no issue there.
And crystal number 4 for Finalflame as well, and with that the boots.
What do you think, man? Do they make that pod play?
Well, I think the Finalflame is gonna do the Smith, or no, he's not gonna do that apparently. The Smith I was gonna say Smith into chest, and then you can walk all the way over to pod. After that, you can check the pyramid on the way. Looks like he has other plans.
No one wants to impress us with their pod dark rooms here. Of course, not gonna get any progression out of him anyway. Because we are missing 2 items, so we could get one of them by breaking logic for sure.
Oh, actually, because Buzz did not have the myths, he couldn't check King's Tome, so that means the Tempered Sword was in his chest.
Yeah, but there it is, yeah.
So he save and quit just to check that chest, and then he save and quits again to go back to Link Zones? This has to be pod then, right? Or he's gonna go and collect the flute.
Yeah. Let's find out here, yeah. And the turn is to the left, so yep. Or actually, no.
Bumble's tablet? Or did he check that earlier?
Tablet.
No, I think he checked that earlier, or am I wrong? Whatever.
I don't. Looks like it looks like well, so much for desert right now. He is going to pod. It looks like.
Yeah, it's pod. They really don't want to do this Smith rescue into chest. Pyramid, possibly catfish after this.
Yeah, don't forget that pyramid, man. An easily forgotten item, especially when you're not required to do Aga 1.
Yeah, the seed we had earlier today had a hammer on the pyramid.
Yeah, but we could totally find the Titans here or whatnot, but unfortunately, it's just a heart piece.
I'm still forgetting that you do need mitts. I'm dumb.
Yeah, we gotta have those mitts here.
Yeah,
mitts
I always forget. I always forget about the mitts. I don't know what it is. I always forget about the mitts.
And they're so pretty and golden and what? How you gonna forget that they're so pretty?
I just see gloves and I think, oh yeah, they have all the gloves they need. So yeah, I'm dumb. Call me dumb. I admit it.
I shall never call you dumb.
I take that as you did call me dumb.
Never.
I interpret things how I want to interpret the things that you said to me that I want to interpret in that way that you may not have interpreted it.
Well, Hakuna Matata is all I gotta say about that one. And no worries, because we're headed into pod here. So let's see what we can get here. Again, having pod, having mirror, we can move a little quicker in this dungeon.
Yeah. First thing we're gonna see if this was bow locked or not. It doesn't matter because the bow was in the first chest.
Yeah.
Oh, I did get to see Graveyard Lace was 20 rupees.
There it is. So Finalflame is gonna skip the right side. And just head on through the center here. Again, pot a very item-heavy dungeon here. And oh boy!
Okay, now everything is back in logic. See, I can tell the future. You know, I'm a fortune teller. Now they can do everything. Right. Find the flippers.
Yep, that stuff is in logic.
And now we know they can go mode swamp, guaranteed. This is commentator's blessing, right there.
Is that what it is?
And BuzzThunder tried to fake flipper, but he took a hit, and that means you die instantly.
Yeah. The question is, where are these flippers at? And again, he wants to exhaust these items here because this stuff is still illogical. We gotta find the flippers. Of course, this is a crystal anyway, so we got to clear it.
Yep.
Do you want to do this in the dark? I mean, this probably isn't the worst room.
The turtle room is pretty bad, but they do have the fire rod to help them.
Yeah, hope we don't forget that. They can light that torch up.
I've seen some ether strats, but they don't have ether. They only have bombos. Mushrooms on the island. That is not required because the flippers is the only item we're looking for.
Yeah, actually, don't need Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock is actually a pendant. So the only things they really need to worry about right now is to have that flippers so we can get through Swamp and Ice Palace, our other two crystals.
Of course, the flippers could be inside of Turtle Rock because the seed could decide to put them there. Wait, the lamp from Hobo means that the lamp was the actual true final go mode item in this seed.
Yep.
That just happened.
So lamp on Hobo, which is that what happened?
Yep, lamp on Hobo.
So we still had to find the flippers before we even get there. What's really going on here? We're breaking logic all over the piece of this game right now.
Well, now we also know that the flippers cannot be in a dark room.
That is true.
It can't be here in the back of Pod.
Yeah, it really can't be anywhere now because everything is now outside of logic.
It can't be on Trinex. It can't be on Vitreous. It can't be on the Green Pendant.
But it can be on places like Meyer Shed.
Yep.
In Meyer.
Yep.
You know, we still got Chester. We've got the Frog. We've got Hammer. We've got so many things over there left over there in Outcast area.
So the interesting thing now is, Buzz picks up the myths. Will he realize that Flippers is the only item he's missing, and therefore he doesn't have to go through these dark rooms?
Yeah, I think it's gonna. Again, this is one of those things that when you're playing this thing, you have to realize, especially when you break a lot of logic, like, what am I missing and what did I get to get this, and realize that it can't be there because that lamp, the roadblock.
It's one of those times where a sequence break can really screw with the way you're thinking.
Yeah, it's a lot to keep track of, man, especially when you have multiple dungeons you're going through and so many items are acquired outside of the logic.
So Flippers, where are you?
He's gonna be careful here. He's still got enemies on the screen.
Yeah, he even used a bombos to try and get rid of some of them.
Oh boy.
So the only thing he can find in here that is useful, as to speak, would be the final sword upgrade.
Yeah, unfortunately, the complete opposite of the spectrum, just a compass so far.
And there's the mids for Buzz. Let's see how he's gonna think of this.
Oh,
he's thinking. Buzz is thinking here because he found the mids. He knows where the lamp is.
Yeah, he's gotta think. Hey, I just need one item, and
well, finding a bottle there with the blue goo inside of the big chest isn't too bad.
Yeah, especially in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, you just need to use like 4 bombs to get the death warp here when you have the mirror.
Yeah.
I mean, it was low on heart, so it still makes sense to go back up to 7.
Yeah, the one thing about this, and this is very typical on Randomizer, you have the final item, obviously, in the puzzle that we're looking for is flippers, and just the thing with Death Mountain being in logic, with even Dark Side, I mean, this is the kind of thing where flippers it could be so many places right now. It's just a gamble between outcasts. I mean, they could be in Turtle Rock somewhere, they could be sitting in Meyer.
The Meyer Shed is a very simple and straightforward location to check together with the checkerboard cave.
Mm-hmm.
They still don't know where Ether is. Quake is here in Palace of Darkness, but if any of the Pendant Dungeons require Ether, then obviously they know that they can skip that dungeon for now.
And it's so interesting the fact that, you know, these both players have gotten so many crystals outside of logic, and to find the lamp that was still outside of logic, you know, where does this game want you to go first to find the flippers, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Eastern is a sequence break via the lamp. Tower of Pharaoh was a sequence break until you find the boots in Thieves Town to get the flute in Desert. It's crazy.
Yeah, this is really all over the place, man. Kind of balances out the beginning first couple of minutes, finding so many things, you know, finding hammer and bow, rough, and the sword so early.
Us here is doing these dark rooms, and we know that there is no item location in a dark room that will give the flippers because of the lamp location.
Yeah.
It's one of these seeds that really test your way of thinking about sequence breaks.
Yeah. Yeah, logically, yeah, because we found, yeah, that would probably rule out all of Death Mountain actually for flippers, considering there was no lamp. But let's see. It's wrecking my brain right now trying to figure out the logic on this one.
Be in Mire, but it can't be on the boss. It can be on Turtle Rock, but it can't be on the boss or on Laser Bridge.
Yeah.
And
So,
of course, it can't be in Swamp or Ice.
yeah, I'm the guy that would gamble, you know, on, you know, that quick Mire check. Mire shed.
Yeah, just checking those locations, and then obviously you can go into Kakariko and do still have Batcave left. I kept on talking about that, forgetting that they didn't have the mitts, but now they have the mitts, so they can do the Smith into chest.
Yeah, this definitely seems like one of those out of the way items, just, you know, one of those one location items, like, hey, pick it up, there it is, ready to go.
Catfish? Has that been checked? I don't think so.
Yeah, we haven't done Catfish yet. No one's been over there except for what Finalflame with a lesson learned. I don't think Buzz even been in that area yet. Well, actually, maybe he was on the. I think he was in the early part. But no Catfish.
Alright, well, Finalflame's gonna take down Helmasaur King here. Get a piece of heart. It's that kind of item we can expect at this point. The quest for the flippers. Where are they?
That is it, man. This is the part where getting lucky helps. Not even to say your skill, just only thing you can skill wise to remember what, because they broke logic, where you should not check. You know, we know Turtle Rock is off limits because flippers can't be there. You know, we didn't have that that lamp, but it can't be on the boss. Let's put it that way.
The flippers can be in Turtle Rock. They just can't be on the Trinex
On the
or
dark
the-
rooms.
They can be on the entrance locations. And Finalflame's gonna make this trip over to Dark Death Mountain. Oh, we still haven't checked Spy Cave.
Yeah, still don't know what's in there, man. And they can do that.
That's been open to them for a long time.
Yeah, it really has. Having half magic, having the cape. They got your safeties there to get through it.
Yeah, indeed. They can go in. Okay, here's the funny thing with the lamp being the final go mode item. You get the lamp, you enter go mode, and now you can do Aga 1 and get the other cane.
Joy, right? Of course, one thing to note is Finalflame never did go back and get the flute then, so he can't even do Mire if he wanted to until he gets that.
Yeah, he's delaying that flute. Technically, there's no reason for him to pick it up at this point because it only unlocks the Mire area, and therefore he's checking the item locations that don't require that for now. So if he finds
definitely.
the flippers here, then he moves me in my mouth. Well, there's flippers. That's go mode.
Well, there's Bunny Cave coming through.
Yep, and also with that, another bottle. So Finalflame is in go mode.
Is that all the bottles? He's really up there in the bottle counts here. I think 3.
I think that is 3. Also, all those 3 bottles were up on Death Mountain.
Isn't that what you were just talking about a while back?
I had a seed earlier this tournament where all 4 bottles were up on Death Mountain.
Hey, they still could, man. It could be sitting up. It could be sitting in a hookshot cave or something, so.
Ganos Tower or Spy Cave.
You know? So even though Finalflame's initial trek up Death Mountain wasn't the most lucrative besides getting a crystal, looks like the second trek actually gave the item he was looking for. Or maybe not necessarily looking for it right then, but he found it. And that's all that matters, man. So he can knock out both Swamp and Ice and be ready to go take care of Ganon.
And 2 quick crystal dungeons to go mode.
Yep. Of course, Buzz in the meantime is going to make his way up Death Mountain. Right now, he's not headed there. That's for sure.
Hello, Pyramid.
Yeah, you do need mitts for the dark Death Mountain.
Yeah, you always need a mist. You can't get into Ganon's tower without it.
Yep.
Oh, Finalflame here is in go mode level. It's gonna open up the map just to confirm that he is in fact in Swamp.
Yep. Yeah, Finalflame does not need lamp. There are no dark rooms here in Ice or Swamp, and there's none in Ganon's tower. So he has nothing else he needs.
Yeah, he has the fire rod. He has half magic, so no worries there.
Yeah, we found Silver's a little earlier, so Ganon's fight is going to be pretty trivial.
Yes, everything he needs. Red mail, 12 hearts.
Yeah, he's set. Just a matter of executing it now. Because right now, Buzz is on the hunt. Oh, I thought he was going to go to Cat. Well, maybe he is. He's doing a 360 there.
Yeah, that's going back. Checking the old fish.
Yeah, so Buzz is probably looking for that right now here, and unfortunately, this is not going to pay off. We don't know what it is. I mean, who knows? It might be a sword sitting over here.
Yeah, I mean, that's the most useful thing. Finalflame here forgetting to pick up the small key. Has to go back and pick that one up.
Yeah, these two players, they don't have time for logic. Logic is purely a suggestion.
This seed has been very wild with the dark room sequence breaks.
Yeah, this seed seems like it'd be quite lengthy considering the fact that, you know, we logic broke to do stuff, and oh boy. I'm trying to actually go back and see exactly what was the first play in the beginning anyway.
When we think about it, the Titan Smiths were actually quite early available because they were not locked behind anything in Palace of Darkness. Mm-hmm. They could have gone there straight at the beginning after Hype Cave and picked that up.
Yep.
Those flippers, and you didn't need a mist for that. And the hook shot was very early, and the moon pearl was very early.
Yeah. Of course, as we mentioned earlier, nothing better than having to be to straight up go mode both Swamp and Ice. I mean, it's just, oh boy, it's a good feeling.
Oh yes, indeed. Yeah. Oh, it's the right play here for Buzz if he's not gonna bring out the flute here, and he is not.
Thank you, Gigani. That's exactly what I wanted to see. And that hurts my head looking at that too.
Finalflame here is getting rid of a couple of puffballs here. The last one is a bit sticky. Ooh, Buzz is gonna do Spike Cave first.
Well,
we know this is wrong, but you can't blame him for doing this.
Yeah, when you're on the hunt for an item, man, you don't know where it is. You gotta check it. It's places like this that will have stuff. That single kind of out of the way place.
And as Finalflame used a single arrow and picks up the big key, he's gonna head over to Ice.
Lamp is not required for Ganon's Tower. There are no dark rooms in Ganon's Tower.
Indeed, but you will need a fire source.
Yep, and right now, Finalflame has one of them. He's got Fire Rod.
He can go and pick up the lamp now at Hobo if he wants to, but, you know, why bother? He doesn't even know that it's there.
Yeah, he has no clue. And that's definitely way out of the way for him right now.
Yeah, but without that lamp, Hobo can't light that campfire as effectively.
Oh, he can just, like, rub two sticks together or something. Huh?
Oh, Buzz is leaving Death Mountain.
Oh, boy, Buzz. I wonder if he was even realizing that it's accessible. I'm really shocked at that. That's not going to be good.
Yeah, sadly.
Oh, he's going back to the remaining item. Oh, no, he's going back to the remaining item left in Skull Woods.
And it's Mofula that has that item.
Yeah. I'm really shocked on that play, especially with that whole dark, right side being accessible. I mean, items everywhere.
He has Dark Death Mountain. He has the Smith into chest. The design for this play first, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, man, that's literally 6 items.
Has he checked
7.
the pedestal? It was Finalflame, right, that checked the pedestal.
Yeah.
So that could be why he's making this play, because he's gonna check pedestal with this.
Well, unfortunately, it's not going to play off for BuzzThunder, so unfortunately, it's going to put him a little bit farther behind as a result. Meanwhile, Finalflame is going to wrap up with crystal number 7 once he completes his go moding of Ice Palace, and he'll be ready to make that trek up the mountain to take care of Ganon.
Yeah, first he will have to do this bomb jump here.
This is the easy part run for them now.
He's got 9 bombs. That looks good to me.
Yeah. No
Very good first try.
Yep. So the star that you see beside the
Never mind, I cursed him.
See? Hush. The star that you see there basically represents that there's an additional item tied to them. So for instance, the green pendant, clearing that gives you the item from Sarashala Hashala or Sarasota or whatever you all say these days.
Sahasrara. It's Sahasrara.
No one says that.
He had the fire on. I say it. And
He said he wanted a swag name, so we're gonna Sasha Hashala Hala. That's what he wants.
What even is that?
Hey, it's his name. Seriously, what kind of name is Sahasrara anyway?
No, ask Nintendo. What's Vitreous? Argus?
You know what? I'm gonna start this right now. Hold on 1 second. Where's my phone at?
What is Moldorm anyway? What is a Moldorm? What is going on here?
Call Miyamoto. Look, Brett.
What?
What's up with your naming convention?
This is not happening right now.
Dude. All right, hit me back up later, man. All right, later. Say, man, knucklehead. He's working on the new Mario game. Tell me to call him back later. Tell you, man.
I'm just gonna ignore that this ever happened, okay?
There was a soundboard, was a phone. You know those cell phones you cool kids have these days?
Dude, I'm like, what in the world?
Soundboard? What is that mess? Oh my goodness. Anyways,
I signed up to commentate this race, not to. I'm just.
It's been fine till you started talking about some Sahasrara.
Because you can't respect people's names.
I respect them. I didn't say it makes sense.
But neither does any. No names in this game make sense. I mean,
imagine being a boy in school and your name is Sahasrara. You can't ever spell it. When you're filling out those little bubble sheets, you can't spell it right, or you're around a room because it only has like 4 characters. How do you even get through life like that? What do kids even call you as a nickname? Yo, Sash. Yo, Big Raw. Like, what do they call you?
Bob. They call you Bob.
Bob. Oh my goodness.
They always call you Bob.
In the world, man. Well, nevertheless, Sahasha Rahala Hollow we ain't gonna worry about that because Finalflame is on his way up the mountain or somewhere. Where's he going? I don't even know.
Is he gonna? I have no idea. He's gonna buy bombs before going up.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. He's going to spending spree. I mean, he's got.
He's gonna buy. He hasn't picked up the flute, so he's gonna buy red potions here instead.
Oh yeah, he's gotta walk it out, man. Gotta burn those calories.
It's gonna buy some more. Buzz is thinking right now where to go.
Oh, Buzz was right up there by it, man. He just decided to bounce.
I'm being corrected on the Vitreous, but that doesn't explain Moldorm. Also, more importantly, 7 crystals. It's time for the little game. Where is the big key in Ganon's tower? 22 possible item locations. And if you're the first person to guess right, as well as being a subscriber to any of the Speed Gaming channels, and or have donated a total of 250 bits, you'll be entering the leaderboard. There, perfectly flawless way to change the subject.
1.
I just want Bob to die. Oh dear. Well, Buzz is... where is he going? I think he's completely forgotten about him picking up the mitts.
Yeah, man. Buzz, boy. I think it might have slipped his mind, man. I really think it may have.
And because he's not checking the Mire area, he's not checking Dark Death Mountain, he is not doing the Smith. So to me, this is just telling me he hasn't realized he found the mitts over in Palace of Darkness, sadly.
Yeah. Again, one of those things we talked about it earlier, man. When you break logic, you gotta realize that this is out of play for that item you need. And it's such an easy check, man. It's such an item-rich area that you just kind of omit. I mean, it's just so much.
And mitts was so early on in the dungeon in a chest that is usually a small key.
Yeah. Yeah, didn't really have many chances for it anyway with not having Lamp, you know, to stay in logic, that's for sure. So he needs to use that food and fly up, and I think he is. Come on now, let's go to 1. Go to 1, man. There we go.
1 is a small key, and 2 is 20 rupees.
So if you said 1 or 2 for the game, sorry, you lose, good sirs and sirettes.
Tile room gamble? Nope.
No love.
Buzz is gonna get the flippers here now.
Yeah, he's on the path for success now. He might be kicking himself for not checking it when he was up here the first time.
Or... oh, yeah, okay. Yes, yes. Or... huh?
Meanwhile, for those on the Finalflames here trying to win this game here, chance to get you some points on that leaderboard of awesomeness.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, here's the little map. Just a piece of heart, and okay, well that's number 5.
Yep, right side coming through. So if you said 5, congratulations, you have something to brag about this weekend.
Yeah, that's extremely important bragging rights to have. That you made the right guess first between 1 and 22 numbers. And that was a link from this world. That's a very convenient name. Congratulations.
A link from this world.
Yeah.
There you go. Nah, boy. So Finalflame's going to continue his climb. BuzzThunder's finally got himself in go mode here. So of course, Ice and Swamp going to run through those, and Finalflame looking like he's going to have a pretty good time too, man.
Yeah, it's been very impressive. It's had good execution, some unfortunate mishaps, but sequence break and everything has worked out well for him in the end.
Oh yes. Yeah, it wasn't looking too good in that first Death Mountain visit, but definitely brought it back.
Yeah, the pod visit to get the mitts and then immediately up to Dark Death Mountain.
So what have we learned, class? Cheaters win.
It's not cheating to go out of logic. It's a minor glitch. Who hired you for this class?
I'm sorry. I was just doing my impression of a YouTube comment. Thank you very much.
I think you're trying a little bit too hard for that.
I'm gonna try to just open up a browser. Oh my gosh, you ever seen a speedrunning YouTube video? Oh my god.
The problem with that was that your sentence actually had proper grammar, so therefore it cannot be a regular YouTube comment.
Sorry for my education. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. My bad.
It's cool. It's cool. You're forgiven.
I'll learn next time. Yeah, but obviously the skills of this game, obviously something, and this is what sets those people that have very, very high stats and, you know, records so far, man. These stress about doing dark rooms and taking these gambles, and that's kind of stuff that gets you good places in these tournaments, man. Sometimes the safe routes just don't work. You can play it well and not do any glitches, but sometimes it's not good enough, you know?
Yeah, that is sometimes the case with these games.
Yeah. So, yeah, Buzz unfortunately was not able to get the flippers. The flippers were in Super Bunny Cave, and he did go up there a second time, but did not check Bunny Cave and went back elsewhere. And that time just began to add up considerably.
It did seem like he wasn't quite sure where to go after he found the myths and did Mothula.
Indeed.
Oh, and Buzz also forgetting about this small key, just like Finalflame did.
Yeah, just need that one to get through, to get to the boss. It's not the size of which, it's the amount of them.
I'm not gonna bother anymore.
Hey, I'm just reading our awesome chat here, you know, maybe words to live by.
Oh, dear me. I've accepted it. It's futile for me to continue with this.
I know, you still not gonna win me over this whole Sasha Rahashala mess, but it's all good.
It's a Hasrala.
Crazy names, I tell you.
Yes, very crazy names.
While we at it, what kind of name is Zelda anyway? Zelda.
I don't know. You have the number to Miyamoto. Call him.
He's too busy making his next Mario game. Call him back later.
What kind of name is Peach?
Peach? I don't know, because who names a girl Pear? I don't know.
Remember a toadstool?
It says Pear. Oh boy. Toadstool. Toadstool, well, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Toadstool. I know any name could be a real name if you give it to at birth. I mean, one of you all probably going to name your son Sahasrara, and poor guy.
Oh, there are actual people in the world with the name of Zelda. I can't say the same for most other names in the series. Would you name
triple to start off with? Wow,
that was fantastic. But would you name your daughter Rudo?
I don't know about Vuto. Oh boy, man, I thought he had another triple there. I don't know about that name though. Man, 3, 2, 1.
That's really good. And with that, Buzz also got the final crystal heading into Ganon's tower now.
Just call him Fred. I do know a Link. I do know someone. I have a coworker whose name is actually Link. Has nothing to do with Zelda.
You know that Link's is German for left.
Yeah, his name was apparently Link because I guess his parents. He said his parents linked up in college, and they just called him Link. That was the story. So, ugh.
Oh yeah, Buzz still has to do ice. My bad.
Yeah, one more. Meanwhile, Finalflame is on Ganon, the evil pig.
Why?
This is a nice pattern. Oh, well, not quite with those fireballs.
Yeah, it's not perfect. It's pretty good, but you know, could always be better.
Yeah, you get those red potions there. He definitely was taking some serious contact damage, even with red mail, man. Oh boy.
Yeah, man. Ganon hugs are very costly.
Oh my god, Super Mario, this guy.
He does have half magic with cake, so it's fine.
Yeah, no problem here.
Buzz even opening chests here and finding the compass.
Yep. We're on the phase 3 here. Yeah, we might be able to break this under 90 minutes here.
Wow, that would definitely be cutting it close. I don't think it's gonna be sub 90.
Yeah, depends on how this goes, that's for sure.
He doesn't have butter, so he can't get quad silvers. And not with that pattern either. Oh, that's extremely unfortunate.
Yeah, he wasn't anywhere near that.
Sadly, hitboxes are a thing.
Well, sub 91 hype.
Oh. He's playing this safe. He's got 2 hits.
Bobbing and weaving here. And one more.
Uno más.
And there we have it. Gentlewomen and gentle ladies. Finalflame, my victor. And this 3-3 match here between Finalflame and BuzzThunder. Finish up with an official time of what? 90-20.
Official Speed Racing TV time of 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 18 seconds.
Good there. That's right. Split there first, man. So GG to Finalflame, man. Bring it on. Breaking logic and taking that W, man. Good stuff there. Buzz trying to wrap it up, finishing up his 7th crystal.
Finalflame is in here now joining us for this post-game interview. Congratulations. When he wishes to speak, he can take the time he needs for that, and we will wait for the windfish.
I always forget to unmute my microphone every time.
We're going to give you a Mic Mute 101 tutorial as well.
Well, at least I remember to keep it muted for the restream, right?
Yeah, man.
Thank you for the GGs. That was a pretty good race PB for me. I am very happy with that.
Yeah, man. That was blazing, man. And you know, we talked about the fact that you all broke logic. Both of you all breaking logic really early, man, and definitely paying off, man. This seat could have gone a lot longer than it's like.
Yeah, I'm just glad I never got fooled by the flute. I decided I was going to leave it there in desert until like the last possible thing, so I could avoid mire and extra spots. And yeah, that worked out.
The seed did have a lot of sequence break with dark rooms. Can you tell us a little bit of how you decided to route the seed?
Early on with the bow, it's, you know, you get an early bow, there's no reason not to get Eastern done. And then just with all the items that fell into place, okay, I can get all the Light World dungeons done, get 3 quick crystals, may as well get it done. What did I do after that? Is that when I went to Skull, maybe? Yeah. Skull was one of those where I debated, do I want to do this? And then I realized, you know, my strategy for the past few weeks has just been stick to dungeons. Doesn't matter really if they're crystal or pendant, just do it, because Overworld seems to bite me way too often. And that was probably my biggest mistake of the run, was touching Skull Woods, and that's not that big.
Yeah.
So, got that done, got Thieves Town done, and then it's, alright, item density, let's just do pod. And I knew I didn't have the lamp, and I've never actually completed pod without the lamp. And you could see my hesitation when I mirrored out from the big chest after almost dying there. I'm like, alright, do I bother trying to do it? And I just said, you know what, let's go for it. What have I got to lose? I'm out of the tournament. Let's try it. And I am so glad I did that.
Well, we can't tell you the lamp was at Hobo.
Oh my gosh. You know, sometimes when I fake flipper, I'll go to him, but I don't know how to fake flipper back out of it, so today I just decided, alright, let's avoid it. No real reason to go there. Now, had Meyer been a crystal, I probably would have had to find the lamp, because I'm not sure how I would have dealt with that. But, you know, after pod, it was, well, I have these Titan's mitts, item density again, let's do Dark Death Mountain, and then I instantly found the flippers, and it was, alright, I'm just booking it to the end and hoping for the best.
Yeah, that was the one thing that BuzzThunder, which really gave you a much larger lead, is that he went to Death Mountain but did not check Super Bunny Cave or anywhere over there. He just left. And that really brought that gap up pretty high there, and that's why he's kind of far behind.
When he had the Titan's mitts, he didn't check that?
He got the Titan's mitts and went up and checked Spy Cave, and then he didn't check anything else.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, very, very, very shocking to see that, but it happens sometimes.
Yep, that's Rando for you. I mean, to come this close to a sub 130, I cannot complain about that. I ended the tournament on 2 high notes. You know, last week's race I lost, but I also set a PB in that race, which I broke today. I can't complain about that.
Double congratulations.
Thank you.
And teach us all how to do these dark runs, man, since you're a trained professional here.
I don't know about that. A lot of them aren't as bad as they look. I think the only reason I succeeded with the one in pod, the last one, is because I had the fire rod and could light the torch. Because without that, there's no way I was getting through that.
Yeah, man. Definitely good stuff there, man. Definitely good stuff. And how you feel, man? How you feel about your overall performance in the tournament?
It was definitely rocky. Like, especially for the first 5 matches, I really wasn't happy. And at the point of it, I'm going, why am I even in this tournament? I was starting to play horrible. Like, I think my, was it 3rd win? I think took me 2.5 hours to complete the seed. You can't be happy coming off of that. And so I told myself, all right, all these losses, seems like Overworld has burned me, so I'm just going to put a focus on dungeons. You know, take care of Overworld when there's density or maybe certain checks, like Pyramid, you don't want to leave that out. But other than that, focus on dungeons. In the last 2 weeks playing like that, it's really helped me out.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely feeling a lot better.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, it's talk about randomizer and of course Buzz going with left side. So again, another mistake there. You wouldn't know, but not going to pay off, that's for sure.
Usually I do the same thing, but with getting the cane as early as I did and looking, going, okay, Meyer's not required, T-Rex not required. I'm sure it has nothing to do with the logic, but let's just pretend it doesn't go right side. Again, it paid off.
Yeah, man, that's it, man. That's what happens sometimes, especially when you're out with a hunt for flippers, man. You got to the portion that skills, like, okay, now you've got to get lucky and find the item. Where do you go? And that's why it was such a shock when you prioritize those item-heavy locations first. You know, better odds per se, and not to mention because you are breaking logic. How hard do you find it to keep track of, like, okay, I broke logic to get this, because you had a lot of things that you broke logic. You know, you got all those mails and stuff. But you got to keep track of that stuff when you get so many things outside of logic.
Yeah, when I went to Death Mountain, I don't remember getting anything notable there. I may have forgotten an item.
Yeah, that dried up crystal. Who cares about that?
Yeah, I mean, the crystal, if it was a 5/6 crystal, it would matter, but for a regular one, it doesn't. Same with completing Eastern without the lamp. You know, it's a regular. Well, at the time, it was actually 5/6, but I wasn't too worried because I couldn't do Swamp until I was in Go mode. But just this seed, I didn't really have to keep track. There are times, especially, you know, I've sequence broken Death Mountain and found the lamp, and then it's, crud, you mean the flute's out there somewhere? Now I have to go find it.
Yeah, man. The joy of randomizer, I tell you, man.
And how about that start with 3 weapons within 3 minutes? Thank you, Seed.
That was a really crazy opening. A lot of really good items found, and then in the end,
escape.
Yeah, and then both of you had to go into Agena to find the gloves.
Did I find that before him, or did he find that?
I think you might have been like slightly faster. You both made basically the same plays. Well, one of you skipped Ice Rock Cave. I can't remember who it was now.
I did, and I was feeling a bit behind at that point because I skipped that and fake flippered, which didn't pay off. And then I died in Eastern in the dark room, and I'm still not quite sure how I got myself trapped there, but I stood there for a moment like, what? Oh, heck, there's no reason not to try again.
You both died in Eastern.
Yeah, around towards the end when I hit my Go mode flippers, I'm like, either I'm ahead or it's really close, is what I was thinking, because I had played really well apart from Skull Boys. Yeah, I know I spent some time getting some safeties, like the cape and some extra potions, but I know my weakness is staying alive. I'm not ashamed to admit it, and I'd rather get the safeties and not use them than die without them.
That's right. That time penalty will far negate that if you time to mess up, that's for sure. So ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm a blue potion guy myself. I will sure stop and get a blue potion on my way again, and I sure will.
Oh, I started to do that when I went to my house, and like, all right, whatever. I'll go out my way to the potion shop. Wait, there's a shop right here. I can get reds. Yeah, that'll do. I have half magic.
Yeah.
It's not a very common shop to go to buy potions. That's really great thinking on the fly.
No, it's not. I was thinking about stopping at the one at Death Mountain, but I was a little bit panicked at that point, you know, being this close to the end, and I'm going, wait, which spot is that? Whatever. I wasn't positive, I was like 99% positive, not 100. So I'm like, I don't want to screw up and waste more time. Let me just do what I know.
I mean, look at that collection rate at the end for you. 116 out of 216. That's extremely impressive.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I missed the other stats. I'll have to look it back. Like, my bonks I know are usually pretty bad, but I don't think I had too many this time, although boots were a bit late. Which, even though I play Sonic, I was pretty happy to see a late boots. Especially because that put the flute into play, meaning Meyer.
It's very interesting that because of the sequence break, you never had to go back into Desert to pick those up.
Yeah, it was on my mind though the entire time, especially because not only does it give you access to Meyer and the items in that area, but it's also faster movement. With the boots in hand, it wasn't as bad. Because, okay, at least I can, go fast to these places, so it's not as big of a time loss. But I sat there and it's like, alright, I'd have to walk all the way to Desert, get the flute, go back, go to Kakariko, activate it, and was the time gain going to be worth it for having it for movement? And I decided it wasn't at that point.
Well, as it turns out, because of the sequence break, neither the flute nor the lamp was required this seed.
Did he ever pick up the flute?
Yeah. Buzz picked up the boots in Easton before he went into Desert.
Okay. Yeah, I was debating on my way to Desert, like, okay, not only is it a slow walk, it could be boots locked, but yeah, the possible reward of that extra crystal that early just drove me there. So what was the biggest difference between us?
It was basically that Buzz, after getting the mitts, he went back and did Mofula, and then it seemed like he forgot that he had mitts or something. He didn't really quite know where to go, and he spent some time thinking. And then he went up to Dark Death Mountain and found the flippers.
Dude, that Mofula did not want to die today.
Oh yeah, that was
like,
really rough
dude,
Mofula.
Please, go away. This is why I have a potion, but I didn't want to use it. Just die already. No, get away from those spikes. Please. But I lived.
Oh, with the way this seed lined up, you did guarantee a go mode for both Swamp and Ice. How did that feel?
That felt really good. I actually, before I got the flippers, I almost went to Ice. Thinking, well, I know I can go mode it guaranteed. I can go in there and, pick up the easy to get items. Maybe I'll get, Butter Sword or something. But there just wasn't really... It wasn't enough of a pull to get it done when I knew I was going to go mode it at some point. And at that point, with Dark Death Mountain open, there's still a lot of items up there. Super Bunny Cave, Hookshot Cave, a couple others I had left. And I just decided, all right, it's worth it to do that, and then afterwards I could consider Ice.
Yeah, man, it's good stuff, man. Just wanted to know, I got a bounce here. I got a slight little emergency that just popped up here, but I just wanted to make sure I'd say congratulations again. Well done. Teach me how to play well one day, and also, Marjovic, we gotta do this again.
Yeah,
I'm still
man.
calling it Hashirasha Hala.
Sure, whatever.
Thank
I'll
you for
bring that up
coming.
next time as well.
Right.
It was great working with you today, Big Yum. Now go and do your thing that you need to do.
I will. All right, everybody in chat, have a great one. Have a good weekend. Don't forget, there's more stuff this weekend, like coming up in just like an hour or so. So don't miss out, man. All right. See y'all.
Well, Finalflame, what you end here with a score 4-3. What was your goal coming into this tournament?
I didn't really set one unlike last tournament, but I think in my mind I was with so many people, and especially a lot of people knew where the randomizer. I really wanted to go 4-3. I could have been happy with 3-4, but I felt that 4-3 was obtainable by me. So I never felt I had a shot at the brackets, so I'm fully content with this.
You had a pretty rough opening in this tournament versus Samurai Man in the very first round. How did you feel coming into this tournament with that opposition?
Yeah, I felt I didn't know him too well, but just looking at past history, I felt that he would have a slight advantage. And if I remember right, I didn't lose by that much, so I wasn't too disappointed coming away with a loss and just keeping up. But I think all three of my losses this tournament were against very good players. Samurai Man, Data World, and Minochi. So I can understand losing to them. They probably all have much more experience than I do. I never played NMG. I only picked up Rando, 6 months ago, a little more. And I really don't play it that much, so I was content losing to those. And I was just happy I was able to win against my other opponents. I know quite a few of those matches were also pretty equally matched and could have gone either way.
And do you feel like you have evolved over the course of this tournament?
I do. I mean, especially with my last 2 races setting TVs. My biggest flaw has probably been my execution, and I know it's still not that great, but it's definitely getting a lot better. And during this race, I made sure at certain points it's, all right, I don't need to kill this enemy out of the way or things like that. Just, follow the path and you'll be all right. Except for hammering enemies in escape. We won't talk about that. But overall, I feel better. Yeah. But I do feel like I improved. As I said, 3 weeks ago, I'm going, why am I even here after that very odd win? But I feel much more confident now.
Yeah, and you see BuzzThunder here is going to finish off Ganon here.
I'm also glad we had a really fast seed, because I wasn't thinking when we scheduled this, and if this had gone the full 3 hours, if it was another one of those 2.5-hour seeds, I'd have had to cut stream and then immediately go to work. So I actually have time to eat today. I'm happy.
Congratulations. Food is important.
Yes.
You did check Lumberjack early and found the other cane. How did you feel about that?
Well, guess we're not getting Brian his cane this time. At that point, it's alright. I know it could be logically required if I don't find Kate, but even so, I couldn't justify going out of my way to do that unless I was forced to fight Aga for Dark World access and had the boots and, was in the area. And then, not long after I got the cape and it's, oh good, that wasn't needed.
And as you went over to Aegina for that final item, if that was the lamp, that was Aga 1 required, were you worried that was the case?
Aga was on my mind at one point, but I couldn't say I was worried. If it happened, it happened. That's fine. It was definitely on my mind the entire time, but until I got the lamp, there was no reason to worry.
Indeed. Yeah. BuzzThunder here is finishing off Ganon, the final shot, the silver arrow.
Yeah, during that last part, I'm just telling myself, don't rush the Ganon fight. You're not an NMG player. Just take it easy like you normally do and don't die.
You didn't. You did take him down, and so did BuzzThunder with an official Speed Racing TV time of 1 hour, 47 minutes, 32 seconds, and he's in here with us. Congratulations.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, good game, man. It was a fun one.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I mean, we got to avoid T-Rock and Meyer. That's always a good thing.
The problem was I got lost. I psyched myself out of the logic, so I was searching places where I thought the flippers had to be in these certain locations, but I just read the logic wrong, so I wasted a lot of time going back to Skullwoods and clearing that and doing other things.
Well, to make you feel better, I also did Skullwoods, let's say before Thieves Town, and came up empty, and I'm sitting there going, if I lose the race because of this, I'll be a little bit mad at myself.
Yeah, what I did was I sequence broke to get the lantern, and then I was convinced after I got the Titan's mitts out of Pod, I was convinced that that was out of logic when it wasn't. So that's why I was
because of the flute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually did some sequence breaking. None of them really paid off. I fake flippered, but I didn't go to Hobo. I never got the lamp. which is the first time I've completed a seed without it. So I went ahead, did that, completed Eastern and Pod without the lamps, and I also went up to Death Mountain without the flute. I never got the flute because I didn't want to get suckered in the mire, which I got kind of lucky on that. But,
Yeah, it kind of just gave you everything, so you didn't really need any of that stuff if you just stayed in the logic and yeah. It was just,
I was a bit worried early on because we were given everything. The last time that happened to me is the seed where I won in 2.5 hours, and I was afraid of a repeat of that. I mean, we did have, at least for me, quite a gap where I wasn't getting items after that. But it was definitely a bit kind early on. Plenty of items, 3 weapons to choose from.
right, yeah. Give you a full arsenal right off the start.
BuzzThunder, you're finishing this tournament with a score of 3-4. What was your goal coming into this tournament?
That's a good question. I had just recently learned this game, and I just kind of wanted to see how I would fare against other actual runners. And I don't know. I guess winning 3 could be a goal. I didn't have a realistic one, but I think I performed better than I did and improved on the game. So yeah, tournament was successful, I guess.
It's always good when you improve. That's kind of what happened to me. 3 weeks ago, I had a horrible match, and even though I won, there was no satisfaction taken from it. Then last week and this week, both, I set PBs, which certainly made me feel better about my play, because I know I had been struggling coming in.
You've both performed very well in this tournament, and like some final words from both of you about this seed, or just in general about this tournament, starting with you, Finalflame.
It's been fun. Looking forward to the next one. To anyone out there that's been watching all these races and going, I could never do that. Dude, check it out. I'm a person that hates Link to the Past, and I really enjoy this. So anyone can get into this and enjoy it. It's fun to learn. And thanks everybody that's put on this tournament. It's been a blast.
And your final comments, BuzzThunder?
Yeah, it's a fun game, good tournament. I'm very impressed with the amount of organization that goes into this when you have, 500 runners and then trying to get all these restreams together and staying on schedule. Very impressed being able to pull that off, because I've been in small tournaments where they can't do that. So yeah, it's a good tournament. It's being run well, and I look forward to watching the rest go on without me. So thanks for having me, guys.
And we are very happy to have you in this tournament, and thank you very much for your participation in it. If you're interested in more Link to the Past Randomizer, we have 2 more races coming up in an hour. On this channel, we have Shex Human versus Samurai Man. That's a 4-2 race. The winner will go through to the next round. And I have one on Speed Gaming 5 as well, which is Naileen versus VTorp on that one. And with that said, thank you very much to both our runners here today, Finalflame and BuzzThunder. Also, thank you to our tracker, the Alan Heffley, for helping out behind the scenes. Also, thank you to co-commentator Big John. Did have to go early, but thank you very much for joining us today. And I've been Marjevich, and we all hope to see you all in the not-too-distant future. Also, it's spelled Sahasrara and pronounced that way. Thank you very much.